Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Council of Reeds here at the comic shop in Liverpool. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Nitin.
What's up?
Fommy.
Hey.
And Dave.
Question.
Yes.
How many donuts have each of you guys had?
I had one.
In all of existence, or
Yes! Yes! Who bought them?
Not me.
Oh, bro. That would have been the best.
it's okay. Eat these
You gotta be fast. Snooze, you lose.
eat these raspberry
Yeah,
fucking
I'll eat these
twisties.
Raspberry twisties I got.
Who brought them?
Me.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ASMR for the people.
Oh god.
Oh, they
What colour
don't
are
look good. Oh no.
What colour are they?
Colour?
They look really
So
bland.
for everyone just listening, these are twisties that are raspberry flavoured.
Like the Allen's raspberries.
Holy shit, it smells amazing.
They smell like
Just
Allen's.
smell.
The Allen's
It smells
raspberries.
like
Smells a
raspberries.
lot.
I'll try.
Smell helps taste a lot.
This is a food channel now.
Alright, so...
Food review.
Fucking gross. That is so gross. That is
You made me try weirder things than that.
what, like rice?
Oh my god, that is disgusting. That is
Sorry, man.
That's alright.
You know,
I wouldn't eat them.
That's still better than chicken twisties.
Oh, get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked.
Yeah, you're all shit. They're the worst. Taste buds.
Oh, that is.
If anything, they're
How are you-
really bland.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
bad.
very
They're
Yeah.
bland.
like a
Because there's
like a hint
nothing.
of a flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nothing behind that raspberry hit at the start.
I don't want to insult people too much as well, like this.
Voted fan favorite. I don't. Yeah, well, 5 of us didn't.
But
vote,
you gotta
so
go.
it's
You
bullshit
gotta
straight
go all
away.
the way though. Like
Should
the
be-
Smith
it's
Lamington
not a-
chips.
Democracy.
You gotta go like just go hard.
There's a different flavour. Like,
Yeah.
the hint of
Yeah.
the raspberry and that's it. And then just
That's so bad. Let's talk about comic books.
Yeah.
Please.
Our featured. Fuck off. Our featured books this week: Steelworks issue 1 and Loki issue 1.
Stuff coming through.
Not as much as woo.
Got an announcement of a Predator versus Wolverine mini coming. Very exciting. Got a trailer for the new My Adventures with Superman animated series, and got a gameplay trailer for Mortal Kombat 1, the new Mortal Kombat 1, not the old Mortal Kombat 1. And my film Flashback for this week. It's 15 to 20% Rotten Tomatoes. The Mummy.
What could have been?
The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
I'm calling it. Should have been the Flintstones. Goddamn teasing.
Should have been Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, true.
We already watched that for a round though.
No, we haven't.
No,
We haven't?
No.
No.
Or maybe I'm thinking Double Dragon.
We did.
Yeah. You know, you just mix them up casually,
Two
yeah.
brothers.
Yeah. Was
From
it Citizen
like-
Kane or was it Street Fighter? Hang on.
It's like, I saw this in the cinema when it first came out. And watching it again this afternoon, I'm like, I don't remember anything from this movie.
Yeah, because you blank shit from your brain
I
on
remembered
purpose.
Jet Li.
Well, he's in it. So
I remembered Yetis, and that's about it.
Wow, that
Let's get into it later.
Shit.
Comic book
Comics.
time.
Alright, Dylan, tell the people all about Steelworks.
Steelworks. It's about steel.
Yeah.
Next book.
Oh, that's good, eh?
My dwarf.
No, it's fucking good. Yeah, it's written by Michael Dorn, who played Worf and voiced Steel in the 90s Superman animated series. And it's got some really cool art.
Yeah, I like that.
Art is amazing. So basically, John Henry Irons is opening up his Steelworks facility. And basically, he's focused on upgrading the infrastructure of Metropolis. So the buildings are more well protected, so there isn't crazy collateral damage from fucking Superman punching people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Joe Field won't melt the beams.
yeah,
Cool, makes sense. Who's that?
that is new Superman
Why you got a yin yang logo?
because he's Chinese, and you gotta if he's Asian, he's gotta have a fucking. Let's get into.
See, this
No
is
karate.
disgusting. That is gross. If you want to show me he should have been eating a bowl of rice with some chopsticks, I would never had to ask that question. Gross. Sorry, I didn't try.
I can't recap the book if you fucking. Oh my god.
Copyright Superman is what he is.
Steel's building force fields.
Force fields.
He's
not-
building force fields.
not reading
He's
logo.
gonna.
Logo is not big enough. First of all, I'd like to say on his chest, it's always been that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I've never seen it.
It looks like super glued to his
Yeah.
body. Yeah.
He's a
Holy
plate.
shit!
So he planned on giving up being a superhero. He just wanted to focus on helping the people instead of flying around doing superhero stuff.
But guess what? He's going to end up doing that anyway.
Yeah, probably because it's a comic book.
But like,
I need to see the good.
it's not only does he want to not be super. He's like, sort of thinks maybe there shouldn't be superheroes,
Okay.
and like he's gonna have a meeting with the rest of the community to see how they feel of his idea of being. Yeah, maybe you all should just fuck off. The city would be better. There's some interesting stuff there.
Yes, very.
But not bad first issue. Because when he announced, you're like, Steel book, whatever. Because like I like Steel. Like those first couple of years when he first rocked up with the
Yeah, he was cool,
he was
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
But then like in modern times when they made the knee Steel, and I just don't care.
It is a bit risky with like former actors doing writing
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the book as well. Like,
He did pretty damn good. I
Yeah.
gotta say, like, lining up with other canon staff. Also,
Big
just
time.
Did you not pick this up?
him talking about the logistics of everything.
Yeah.
I thought that was really well thought out, really well done. And in the back, you have these kind of case file report things on past events that have happened in Metropolis. Like he's got a write up on when Doomsday attacked, how much money it costs, the severity of the collateral damage, and how much they had to rebuild.
Damage control stuff.
Yeah, basically a couple pages of that for like Death of Superman, stuff that happened in Rebirth, stuff that happened recently.
It's
cool.
well researched.
Yes.
Into to current stuff, right? Like
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to be this hooked on it.
Here's my big gripe with people like, no more superheroes, right? When these big superheroes, villains are gonna come and start doing shit. Like,
yeah, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Joe Policeman's gonna fucking stop the place.
Now there's
Alien invasion,
Uh,
Joe Policeman's gonna
of
stop the place.
course, but like there's always been the argument. Yeah, it's a bit chicken and the eggy.
Yeah.
It has the appearance of them made others, and it's just true that it has.
And
Yeah,
also
but it's not like just because superheroes have stopped, they're gonna stop. Now there's no,
of course.
nothing to stop them.
And it's not like I don't think it's not like he wants to outlaw them. We can't be reliant on him.
Yeah.
Is his idea more?
Fine. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
well, he'd probably want to make sure the police is equipped to
Yeah,
deal
yeah,
with that
yeah.
instead of
Sorry, we need to stop this.
Yeah.
You just said how bad they were.
I
and how
know,
bad
but
they were.
I hate letting.
And is it because you purchased them?
And I don't like
It
letting
is, isn't
food
it?
go to
It's because-
waste.
yeah. I thought
I
so.
don't like letting
Yeah,
food
I
go
love
to
you, Dave.
waste.
Sorry, boys. I just had to bring that
I
up.
saw an Arnie.
He just
Don't
the
waste
head down. He slowly dragged it across. Like I bought these.
I'll
I've got
take it
in
from
my-
here.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna have you today. They're all
Take 100 for the team. Looks like.
that is the most disgusting thing I've
Nah,
ever.
they're not terrible. They're just
terrible.
nah.
For the hands,
horrible.
yeah.
Because it tastes like unflavored cheeses, and then like you've got a raspberry in your mouth at the same time.
You get melted butter and you just drizzle it in it. And I reckon you'll.
I don't think that'll help at all.
You just drink the butter, Dave.
Yeah.
You don't need to like.
No, but that's the worst case scenario. You
Have-
can just go.
It's not a lobster.
Have your raspberry fucking twisties with a fucking glass of butter. All right. No, dip it. Just no, eat
Take a
it and then
swig,
just
take a
take a
bite.
swig.
Alright, back on track. Loki! This had a cool bit.
What was the cool bit?
A cool bit.
I read it and I couldn't find out.
Singular.
The fingernails.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
There's little fingernails Loki builds his boat out of.
Gross.
Oh, is that what he ends up doing to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it down after that, babe.
Because it's like, the first page is just like, the Norse, they did this, they did that, blah, blah, blah. They knew not to, before burying people, to cut fingernails. And it's because they knew Loki comes and gets your fingernails to make his boat. So all the ones he's got are all the people like die on battlefield and stuff that don't get taken to and buried properly.
Oh,
So Loki just comes and gets their fingernails.
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's cool, it's cool. And then it goes to modern Thor talking to him, and Loki's hanging out in Florida.
And he's a
looking
cool
pretty.
young guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, back today, he's like,
Cool young guy.
why does Loki look all pretty? It's like, that's how he's looked forever. About 10 years ago, when the fucking movie came out, they
Yeah.
made him a hot chick. Then they made him a 10-year-old, and now he's pretty man.
He's a hot chick, but I mean,
Yeah, she was pretty hot. Nah, she was hot.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's about his boat that he's made, and the boat's like,
Fingernail boat.
yeah, he's thinking our boat.
You or him? Who are you agreeing with then?
Me.
Just checking.
Yeah, I knew.
So the Frost Giants
Yes.
steal this boat,
Yes.
go for a joyride, because
Oh, it's like
Loki's
Ferris
told
Bueller.
Loki's told the whole realm to read,
Yes.
and they've
'Cause he's
sort of
king of-
yeah.
Jotunheim.
So
Okay.
he's sort of I think they've misinterpreted and ended up crashing into the World Tree, and then it's broken off into pieces,
World
and
Trade.
then
Tree, sorry.
tree, yeah. And where those pieces lie up can become problems.
Well, I think the other Frost Giants want to start shit.
Yeah,
Like that's what they do, right? They want action. Sitting around reading a book's not really Frost Giant material. So like
It's like they're having fun.
they want to start a war. Like, yeah, that's their thing.
oh, they were so happy, and then it's like, I'm gonna kill the guys who crashed my boat, and they're like, oh,
It's got a reference to the Carnage stuff though. That I thought was good.
yeah, I didn't pick up on that.
It's got a freaking asterisk. See Carnage number 9 or whatever.
Yeah, he's afraid of asterisks. We don't get into
Dave
It
doesn't
was,
read.
it was okay. I just
The first Obelix.
for
That
the
scares me.
I'll always just wish Loki wasn't so pretty and wasn't trying to be a good guy all the time. Can't he just be like god of lies, god of mischief?
Movies.
I know. God damn fucking.
Don't worry, you might not see more of him after this.
Season 3. Bring it on.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was alright. Like the art, I really like the art.
That was nice.
Yeah, the art's very nice. Like the Frost Giants look cool. The Loki looks pretty if you like that type of thing. But no, the art's amazing. And the story was alright. It was fine. It's just my personal
Grievance.
disdain. Next, Dave, I hear you read this too.
Yes,
In Hell We Fight. Oh, so we've got Dave's 2 books he's read out of the way nice and early.
Pretty much.
He's going to sit there and eat his cheese.
Oh no, it's 3 in a row! It's 3 in a row. It's really weird. Like,
Yeah, it was.
the first page introduces the still boy,
Yeah.
and like for some you go, oh, he hates frogs. It's like, why is he hating frogs? Because he wrote like a whole paper on frogs,
Have to go for a
but
fight,
apparently
fight
it was a book report. And all the kids laughed at him, so he started like squishing whatever frog he saw on that. And then one day, like this monster frog, like pulls him down to the depths of hell and kills him and all that.
Devil Frog.
Yeah, devil frog. And then like
So it drowns him.
Yeah, time skip.
You missed the drowning part.
Yeah,
Since cool.
like he drowns him and then pulls him further
Should
down.
get the wave again.
Yeah. But then you see like other people in hell, like, and they have like a little posse happening,
Yeah.
and then they plan an ambush essentially, and then they find like an angel being smuggled, and that's where they leave it.
Jay, did you also read this?
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened, please?
This is pretty right. So yes,
It's I'm not that good at storytelling, but neither was this comic book, so
no. Yeah, so yeah, the kid hated frogs. He drowned. The frog devil drowns him and he dies.
Yeah,
And then
got
yes,
that bit.
we jump and then we introduce the rest of the little crew. The chicks
That are
like
already down in hell.
yeah.
Okay.
So we don't like. I think he's been down for a while. Like time skip, but there does no reference for that. But the girl was like the accuser's #1 assassin, young assassin. Rah rah. She used a hatchet was her favorite weapon. And then the other kid in their crew, you don't get his backstory, but he's got like an axe already in his head. And like he takes the axe out and another axe will be there. So he's just feeding her axes.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah. Well,
That's
and
amazing.
The drowning bit, she makes the frog kid vomit.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to, but she keeps saying stuff to make him vomit. Because I think he can vomit up stuff they need. And eventually it's like,
Because you drown.
yeah. And it's like this empty beer can. Spyglass. And that's what she wanted. Like,
I did, and it was dripping and shit.
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
and there's some twisted stuff in
Yeah.
there. And yeah, they wanna rob a ice cream truck to get ice cream. They've got a little the head demon's son is trying to hang out with them.
Oh, I saw,
Yeah.
Cool dude. Okay.
And yeah,
Interesting.
they do knock over the van and it's got a kidnapped angel inside instead of ice cream. It was a little quirky. it's by the writer of Chew, which was
Okay.
a bit
Makes
off
sense.
center.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought the vomiting thing was cool, and the Axe Kid, I would like more of him, but it was alright.
I think there's a variant by fucking Hieronymus Bosch.
Who is Hieronymus Bosch?
You never heard of Hieronymus Bosch? Yeah, there's a fucking variant.
Can we just note that Dave grabbed the packet of peanut chocolates, took them all the way over the other side so they wouldn't rattle when he was getting them out, and as he's putting it back, dragged it over the microphone?
Excellent. I like your work.
Smacked it! That
Excellent.
was poetry, Dave. That was beautiful.
Hieronymus Bosch, real abstract painter from... when?
Middle Ages, I would say.
I think it's a bit after. I think
How's
maybe
he still alive?
Renaissance.
Like he did very.
Sold his
So it's
soul.
theft variants.
Yes!
So I think Jock just drew the characters into it. He did like a lot of paintings about hell and
Sure.
Some really cool abstract
very,
stuff.
like very detailed. Lot of
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've probably seen some of his work. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun little book.
Yeah, it's alright.
Dave.
Next up, Dave. Turtle Street Fighter. What about this one?
It was a bit so and so.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they're very few and far between. He's a great crossover. Like the Power Ranger Turtles at the moment are doing the best type of thing you can do.
yeah,
This is just a bit more plain.
very, very plain.
So it just starts and they already know each other? Is that...
They're at a tournament.
That tournament fighting.
Oh, okay.
But then Bison's like, well, the ultimate, like, the deal is Bison wants to unleash the psycho power from one of the turtles. I'm not going
Okay.
to spoil who it is, but it's quite obvious who it is. And then, what is it, Dr.
Baxter Stockman.
Yeah, Stockman's like, no, I wouldn't screw with the turtles. And he's like, I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm Lord Bison.
Michelangelo getting someone down the thighs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he tapped out too fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you tapping out, son?
I'd pass out there.
So the Street Fighter is not doing any supers, any fireballs.
Nah, it's just a proper tournament.
Yeah, Ryu's not even fighting in this. I'm like,
Because he hasn't got to his round yet. But what's going on in the background, the people that lose are all disappearing. Like, family keep coming up to different people like, hey, man, like, there's a wall of missing posters. So something's going on. And neither the Turtles or Street Fighter seem to care that much. So I don't know if they're getting...
Leo's looking, it's like, yeah,
Is
this
he?
is a bit weird.
Yeah, but they sort of blow it off.
Yeah,
So I don't know if
'cause
that's... I
reckon-
think that's intentional. Something's
I reckon
maybe
something's
fiddling with them.
happened
Yeah.
to, like, memories as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, they're erasing the memories of, like, everyone else going, oh, this person done this. It's like, wait, who is this? Something seems off. It's
But
like,
yeah, it was a fun little first issue.
yeah.
Do some more variants.
How many did I get? 1, 2, 3. Probably about 5 or 6, eh?
Yeah. Think about that.
I can't say a
Fuck these
word.
variants.
Yeah.
Huh?
Say a word.
You can't say a word.
I cannot say- Holy shit, there's another double page of variants.
Yeah.
So issue 4 is got a Dan Warren Johnson one, but it's like a retailer incentive 1 to 250.
1 in 250.
You got
Yeah.
Dave here.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
Yeah.
not buying 249.
By 250.
Especially not to get the one.
I just see
Get a
like,
free-
I know, but they'll charge
Get a
like
free
600
long box
bucks
with
for
each
it.
issue.
permanent marker out and just writing R on
Ah,
one of them.
1
Here you go,
200.
Dave.
You'd only charge 500. Come on.
Free long box with each issue.
Next up, Sins of the Salton Sea. Did anybody else read this besides me? No?
That fast 6 times. Jesus.
I think you might like it, actually.
Okay.
Coming up. Might be some cultiness going on.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So it starts off, it's Ed Brisson and
Oh, Salt.
C.P. Smith. It's Craig Smith? Craig?
CP's cooler than Craig.
Yes. Starts, I don't know if it's Craig, I might have made that up. So this guy's, sort of out on the run, living in a motorhome, shit job at the truck stop, washing dishes, whatever. Goes home, sleeping in the van, and then his brother comes, and his brother's like, look, how'd you find me? I've known where you were for the last 3 years. Straight away, as soon as you did a runner, had people looking for you, found you at first. You were so-and-so was in this town, and then you were Pete in this town, and Roger in that town. He's like, well, how come you come now? He's like, I just want to know you're safe, but now I need you. So they used to be, well, they are, the other one's still a criminal. But White, the lead character, obviously something's gone bad, and he's left the life, and just doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to, as low as he can be in life. But the brother's like, I need you to come help me. Same thing, I'm out, this is my one last score, typical bullshit. I need you. And the job's the next day. So the job is like a oil prince is moving 50 million in cash and who knows how much worth of valuables in a truck. That's the job. Spoilers, the job goes belly up. The only people, like, they got a crew of 5 or 6. They all die except for the 2 brothers. They get tackled with the truck. But there's no money in there. It's just a lady and a boy. And they're like, people are like, where's the money? Where's the money? To the people that have hired them. I was like, oh, look, there is none. I just needed them. They were going to kill them. It's like, my friends are all dead. All their sacrifices are going to save a lot of people's lives. You don't understand, or whatever. And then they get attacked there. And bang, the brother's gone. So it ends up, Wyatt, I'll tell you the whole book. Wyatt rocks off, has to run off with the lady and the kid, the hostages. But the most interesting bit of the book is the back, Ed Brisson telling you what the deal is. The Salton Seas are like a lake in California that in the 1900s a flood made it happen, right? And then, so it was like a bit of a touristy sort of spot, and big giant man-made lake in the middle of nowhere. But because there was no natural water, like water, no air, no water coming through, dead. Fish are all dead. It's like toxic now. The place around it's a ghost town.
Is there any water in there anymore? Or no?
It's drying up all the time, and it's like stinks because like all the rotten stuff and whatever. And it's a ghost town. And the town has like 50% higher crime rate than anywhere else in America.
That art is very impactful.
Yeah, it's great.
It is very like the violence, the gunshots, the gunshots into the bodies. It is really good, and there's a little note there right at the end of the book from the artist saying how crazy this book's.
Because like he's doing the color and he does everything. Like it's just writer, art, and a letterer.
Brisson is great for that kind of shit.
Because Brisson's like, I always wanted to do a cult book. I'm fascinated by him, and I just never find the right thing. And then I was looking into the Salton Sea, and I always thought that was interesting. I was like, you know what? That place would be perfect for a cult setup. So I'm like, oh, obviously that's what's going on. They're trying to smuggle somebody out. Or whatever. And I was like, ooh, this might be a winner.
Yeah, interesting.
They're all gritty.
And that art, I really like the art. And Brisson's
Yeah,
great writer.
the mood sets perfectly every part. Like the start where you just his truck parked in the dark and the empty thing. Yeah, everything's good.
Cool.
It's very good, very good. One of my favourite books of the week, actually. Now, this was also good. This was The Sickness. This is amazing. Just plain pencil, black and white. This was cool.
It's not what I expected.
So this starts off, it's 1945, first part of the story. And there's like some teenagers and one kid's, they're at the diner or whatever, trying to organise to go fishing. And one kid didn't want enough and he's like, clearly got depression and whatever and problems going on. Their mates are trying to get him to come fishing. And he's not even really paying attention, he's staring out the window. And eventually he just gets up and, fuck, I gotta go. But it's because you see what he's seeing, and it's like a lady across the road, and she's like all monster face. And then it cuts, and it's 1955. And it's, cops are talking to a lady in a house, and trying to get her out of the house, and telling her to stop touching things, you already got your fingerprints on enough or whatever, and her sister has, taken a hatchet to the husband, the 2 kids, and the dog, and herself. And, like, the boy survives. And so then, like, it's a doctor talking to the boy. And it's like, what, trying to get some info out of the kid. And the kid's like, Mum just started seeing things. She tried to, she'd been sick for a week. She tried to set fire to the house the other week. We couldn't see nothing. She says there's things crawling over us. And, I think they're seeing that's what the sickness is. And the doctor's, like, trying to, like, have they got rabies? Have they got this? Have they got that? No one seems to care. It's just, crazy chicks just lost it and hatcheted the family.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty full on.
The art's awesome.
Yeah.
The art is beautiful, just so simple, but the contrast in colours of just the lead pencil is phenomenal. Wow, okay.
And then it jumps, like at the end, the first kid's still around, and he's obviously in the town, still, the mum's like, she's like, oh, get out, Mum, get out. And she just comes in the room anyway, and he's like, not looking at her. Because obviously he sees it, eventually you're going to snap. He's like, why won't you just look at me? You haven't looked at me for a week. He's like, I don't know. It was cool. out there. You don't know, like, obviously there's some supernatural stuff, but also just the horrors of a mum taking the family with her, or trying to. Yeah, it was cool. The art, but oof.
Is that a preview?
Huh?
Was this a preview?
Yes.
Yeah, it was my book of the week for the thing. When I went through what the independents were, I looked that up, and the little
Right up.
blurb about it looked really interesting. So yeah, but glad that one came through.
I think Blake requested it out of the previews. Otherwise, we might, because it's by nothing, like not one of the major companies we usually get in. But it did sound good, so I was like, oh, actually, I will get a couple of things to show.
Uncivilized books.
That's what we like.
It was cool. All right, Mr. Nitton, how was Flash 800 besides making you feel like an old man?
I actually liked it.
Yep.
It's a few short stories,
Yep.
like the milestone books usually are.
Yes.
The art is great, and it's got like a preview. Like the last story is a preview for the
New stuff.
ongoing
How's
comic.
that?
Interesting. It's Mike Diodato doing the art.
Yeah.
You buying it? Like he's the last story is like Flash is on a date with his missus, and she's always like waiting for him to leave and do stuff.
Of course.
But he's been doing it throughout the thing just because it's Flash.
Yeah,
Like, anyway, you know what I mean.
What's that?
What are you doing?
No.
No. Our listeners want to hear that again.
But then he's in Speed Force. Something happens. He gets shunted over to a different place. Fights this weird. Yeah, Scotty Collins rules this Flash.
Damn.
Oh, it's got great art. Everyone's favourite Todd Knapp is in there
Yep.
doing the impulse story. Yeah. Collins only can draw Flash good. Everything else gets a bit iffy.
So yeah, he gets turned into like a little, I guess, offshoot of the Speed Force, and some things they're fucking around with him.
So when they said Diodato and Flash, you're like,
Did you see the art?
oh, I was like, oh, I don't know. And I look at it and you're like, oh, okay. Like, you know, if Diodato's going to be good, but just seemed like an odd fit.
Yeah, Dave.
But he might be doing some cool stuff.
Yeah, and so we come, he solves the problem, comes out, find out it's Mirror Master who was fighting in this little shanty place, but there's
That's too much.
weird stuff with his Flash powers. Like after he's come out that little bit, because he comes in to sit down back with Linda.
Yep.
But he normally decelerates around him, so nothing is just fucked up with his with his acceleration. Not this time. Everything's all fucked, thing everywhere, and she realizes that he's being good. It was interesting. Book fell.
Ghosts.
The impulse story is cool about him not being patient enough.
Yep.
That was cool.
Do you say he's on the series?
Rude. Cool, reverse Flash.
Like kids are buying comics.
That's the Zolomon story. What was the first story? Oh, the first story is my favorite, I think. It's like a bunch of Z level villains playing poker in a thing, and then one of them was talking about, I should move to Central City. Don't.
Yeah, I was going to say, why would you want to go there?
Don't want to do that. It's like, and they're telling stories about how Flash fucked up all these people in Central City, kicked the Joker out before he knew. Some dude robbed a bank. Was Condom King. He was going to rob the bank. Flash just dumped him into a desert. In between sentences. Took him a year to get back.
Oh my god.
And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. All this money I've been playing poker with, I just robbed it from the bank. Knock on the door, and he's like, we're going to blackgate this bullshit. What did you do? And Flash is like, I just ordered a pizza, and this Flash is there. It's great.
Time to go, boys.
He's a good little.
Because God, I hope they do Wally good this time. I'm sick of Wally being just treated like absolute shit. Ever since they brought friggin' Barry back, it's just been get something going and they go crap.
It's like he's not Marvel, he'd be dead at the moment.
No, well.
The story about Baron Mordo appears in this.
Who, sorry?
What's his name? Because there was Mordru.
Oh, Mordru.
Crossover.
Appears avengers off into Flash, and he sees a kid steal the lollipop, and his Flash comes, so he starts to jump for place. Flash is chasing him just to take the lollipop back to the kid.
Nice.
I might be picking up the new issue, the Flash. See how it goes.
Yeah, I wanted to take this for the same reason, but was selling okay, so I was like, oh, 800. Let me give the people what they need. I'll try to get some more in for myself. Captain America, Sentinel Liberty, nearly over with Cold War. Yeah, this is fine.
They're cancelling that, right? Or
Yeah, sort of. Cancelling's not the right
New
word.
team.
just
Or new or
rebooting
different.
again?
Yeah,
It's
Shazam Sea's come in and obviously going,
No.
what book would you like? Oh, I'll have Cap, thanks. Cool, done. Yeah, so Steve apologised to Sam for their fight last time because he wants to just save his kid. Bucky tells White Wolf to be careful. Sharon, not Sharon, what's her name?
Black Widow.
Nah, yeah, Black Widow and the dead one. Should be the dead one.
The dead one.
Peggy.
Ah.
They sort of have a little tiff. Yeah, it's fine.
Man.
This book was my favourite book 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And now it's just whatever.
I got to this because I hadn't read the last part in the crossover, which was the Sam book. I had 2 issues. I had that, and I read lots of books last night. I got up to them, and I just put them in the red pile.
Captain America's looking at the what's hot and what's not pile. And he's like, are we hot? We are not.
Was so good.
Yeah.
And like, you know, a crossover coming along and just putting pause on a momentum happens a lot.
Yeah.
Right? It's not unusual. And like, you could, in any other situation, you'd be like, yeah, cool, we'll get through the crossover, it'll still be good. But because that's it, and they,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think the Shazam book will be good, but you're just like, you were just onto something that was building.
I'll be honest, man. I could honestly see the downfall as soon as they gave Bucky a man bun. That was.
But that's to make him the bad guy, it's alright.
Yeah. You're supposed to hate him.
Yeah. Like, look at him. Oh.
It's too far.
Step too far?
Step too far.
Uh,
Well.
you know the worst bit about this crossover? Nothing happens issue after issue.
Yeah.
Isn't it like.
Like, this is 3 issues to get to where we're going, and we're still not there yet.
They're still in the ice
Yeah.
place, and what the fuck?
Yeah.
Two and a half. Wow.
Like, last issue was just them fighting. This issue was just them apologising. That could have been one issue.
And then White Wolf is a White Wolf now. He's a wolf man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red Cat Wolf.
If we get Catwolf out of it, I'll be okay with it. Redemption!
Catwolf versus fucking White Wolf.
Yeah, redemption!
That's what Krasinski wanted. He wanted Cat Wolf.
Yeah, it'd be the best. Alright, next up, the finale of Ambassadors, Mark Miller's phenomenal comic book. I would say, it's a bit harsh. I wouldn't say a flat ending, but not. It's satisfying,
Yeah,
but
it's
not.
You knew
Phenomenal.
building
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
else?
yeah.
Oh,
There's no like
Oh, yeah, you know.
Read it. I want the trade.
there's no hook on like the end of Nemesis.
Nah. You're just like,
You know
okay.
what's coming.
But you don't need it because on the back and look at the back page, on the back cover, back cover. By Nemesis Reloaded.
It was good. The
Yeah,
the twist of who the dog is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
and you had like the fight between the villain team and the hero
Yeah.
team. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like limiting their powers.
Yeah, that was the best bit. Like how they can only download 3 at a time. How they sort of screw them up there.
Oh, that French woman was this. Like,
Yeah.
Mum, which is great. Was like power duplication.
Yes. Like it was very real. Like because it's the first, like each issue's been single, so this is the first time we've seen them together.
Yeah.
So the dynamic was cool, and they don't know. Like there's not really a connection yet.
Oh, they don't have a relationship.
Yeah, they don't know how to work. But I thought those little pages of that did a great job.
Because when they finally got together, I'm like, man, this is really cool. Love like an animated series or something.
You find out who sort of the mystery man sort of is.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Yeah.
He got the strand word.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The good old Bob or whatever his name is.
Bob Taylor.
Yeah, he was good.
You're right about Bob Taylor.
Yeah. Yes, you knew it.
This is great.
Maybe my favourite bit in the book is at the end where like they're gonna get more ambassadors, so there's a Kiwi one and she's in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah!
It's like, oh hey neighbour, here that we're getting a Kiwi one now. He's like, for fuck's sake. Get away from me, it's so good.
Oh,
Danny.
Cool. Speaking of like animated Mark Miller, has anyone watched any Super Crooks?
Nah.
I watched the first episode. It was actually not too bad. I was away on a trip
heard-
and never went back to it, but I think I'll actually.
I've
go
heard good
back,
things,
'cause
yeah,
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I never just
Like
don't
the
think
way
about
he
it.
powers and the shit it all went down because I actually haven't read Super Crooks. Who has
yeah,
read it?
yeah.
So him getting his powers with electricity and in a public pool? Does that shit happen in the book?
Ooh,
I've heard that is really different.
Yes, I don't know.
Oh, different.
I think it is. I think it
Yeah.
does. I think it
Okay.
does.
Yeah, man.
Because you don't get too much. Because it's just a heist movie, right? The book.
Yes.
So you don't get too much of the background. But I think that sounds
that'd be-
familiar.
Yeah. Ooh, when he's figuring it out and shit goes out and interesting.
Man, Ambassador's fantastic.
Yeah, great. I like
So much
last
fun.
week, like, do we need a token American?
Yeah.
That was great.
Perfect end line.
I think, like, the Scottish dude is going to be, like, the big game sort of book, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah, because he's probably in one of the other things.
Don't think he is. Because I went looking last time when you sort of like, oh, who's this mystery guy? And I was like, is he the Huck guy? I was like, no, Huck was like small town America. Is he one of the MPH kids? Oh, maybe. I don't know.
No, because he says like it was
Yeah.
Dr. something.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dr. But, it's one of the other books.
Yeah.
Can't remember his exact name.
Yeah, Bono Project. Or something.
Yeah, something.
But yeah, fantastic book.
I did love her, like, I'm invulnerable. Like, I wasn't going to knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was great.
Yeah, she's cool. She's cool.
So, do we approve of our Australian ambassador?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not enough.
Who just-
Not quite
the,
Australian.
the Scottish one's bitching about having to wear the Union Jack.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a fucking Scottish
Yeah.
nationalist.
And like Bob's like, who cares, mate?
We all
How
look
much
like
pussy you gonna give?
we're all dressed like wankers, all right?
Yeah.
Calm down, get over yourself.
Oh, I love how you yelling. Oh, so good. So good. Bob. Or just he rocks up in a jet.
A Harrier
On the
jet.
credit card.
Yeah.
Get the trade. Give me the trade.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
get the trade.
All right. After a bit of a break,
We talking about Battle Chasers?
yeah. That's next week. Dark Knights of Steel, 11 of 12.
Wait, 11.
Yes. Yeah, still not
We're not
over.
finished, man.
Still not over.
Yeah? I didn't get to it yet.
It's always good.
It was really
But
good. There's a little bit of
wasn't a lot in there.
Yeah,
It was
and
talky
there's
buildy.
a bit of talky buildy relationship getting back together, which was a bit meh.
Was it Supergirl and Wonder Woman?
Nah.
It was Clark and Bruce.
Oh.
And then Bruce and Alfred.
And then Bruce and Alfred.
Yeah, I was like, oh, cool, this is back. And I flicked through, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Bruce is half Kryptonian.
Yeah.
But like the white Martians and their swords and stuff, and the meteor, and that's all coming together pretty well. And then you're also finding out the bigger plot and who's kind of been whispering as well behind the scenes, which was you kind of got because the person's a piece of shit usually, so why change them now? Yeah, quite interesting. I liked just saw that panel there. Ivy talking about we give you all the wood to burn because keep the white Martians out is like give you all the wood from the forest that you need, but if anyone touches a live tree, we'll knock them down where they stand and they'll become food for the forest floor. It's like, I like the way that sounds.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that truce is over fast. But they build a motor fire.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I thought that was very nice.
Look, when in 2025 when the last issue comes out, it'll be good.
Excellent. And then the trade will come out in 2030.
Hopefully faster.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's been an interesting ride so far.
It's good and it looks gorgeous, but yeah, delays have hurt it.
Oh, and I don't think this is the end of it either.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
It's definitely not. They are world building like a mofo. So yeah.
Be interesting how future ones sell after more and more people are like, we'll wait for the trade.
Because straight away, when they released like character design sketches and stuff, it was like, oh, young Clark, young Diana.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, cool. This is just building up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it the artist that is the issue?
Well, if you're
I'd
gonna
assume
read
so.
it, I'd read it. Don't flick it.
I flicked through everything.
Okay, cool.
The one thing I didn't flick for this week, I was like, oh my god! That's right. Oh my god!
We're gonna let that go.
Hey?
We're gonna let
Nah, you weren't. Gotta get in first.
Oh,
Next up,
Says you.
Fantastic Four number 8, continuing their Twilight Zone little style of Fantastic Four. So the Fantastic Four are living in Hicksville. Sue and Alicia go to the local store to get. They first go to the hardware store because they need some stuff, and then meet the lady. And there's all these registers that are unmanned, and the chick's like, "Oh no, they've always been." I was like, "Oh, people on lunch break or whatever." No. It's just always me. It's always me, only me. And then they go somewhere else, and then they go back to the hardware store because she forgot something, and the hardware store is shut. The rollers are down. And, like, they ask a guy that was just in the hardware store with them. So he's like, "Oh, no, that place has been shut for years." And, like, "We've seen you in there. I don't know what you're talking about." It's been, She's like, "Okay, so, what's going on here?" The whole, Twilight Zone shit. They go home. And it's just Johnny. And they're talking, and they say something about Ben and Reed. And he's like, "Who's Ben and Reed?" And, like the other members of the Fantastic Four. "Why do you have a 4 on your shirt?" "Oh, you two ladies, me, and my buddy." And he's got a fire version of himself. We're the Fantastic Four. And, like, no idea who Reed and Ben are or whatever. So they go to, go.
The hell?
Yeah. There's a wood monster that's making people forget.
Alright. Does Johnny have his mustache when he's flamed on?
Yeah. Well, his hair stays as well.
Yeah.
You gotta like the mustache. It's the same.
Less stupid than Red Hulk.
Fires
I know, that was the
burning off.
stupidest. Yeah, so like the things making people forget stuff and blah blah blah.
Well, if his hair's on fire, it does make sense.
Yeah.
You gotta get on fire, otherwise it'll just burn off.
Lame.
Shave his pubes.
Because a big part of this run is pushing Johnny. Like, in the start of this, they're training him, and it's like, you just do the same thing. Like Alicia's like, you just do the same things all the time. Fireball, fire circle, FF symbol, fire. And that's what, like, making a fire himself is cool. They're definitely trying to, like, North is, he's got some great ideas. Sometimes the book could be, I don't know, a little bit more going maybe, but there's some great ideas there. I think he's building to a nice run. Some science, more science than normal, more adventure, silly things. A little weird Twilight Zone / original Star Trek vibe. I like that. Some better art. The art's fine, but it's not. Doesn't knock you on you. He's like, it's just there. Looks like a B-level mini book art. I would like a bit better on the Fantastic Four. But it's
I'm not a fan of his thing.
but it's a fun little book. But I did think the memory monster, just after we had them sort of forgetting how to say words, I thought was a bit, ooh, you just hit that, sort of. Different but same. But I do like the run. Better than Dan Slott's run, I'll tell you that.
So why aren't Sue and Alicia affected?
Because Sue constantly has a force field around her.
But okay,
Yeah.
she's in the force field.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously you're going to... She would instinctively... You would think you would have one around Alicia just to...
What, the blind chick?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Next up for me, Phantom Road number 4.
Yeah, this continues on really interestingly. It's like what? Interestingly, but I said it differently the first time. So this kind of follows the two in the truck trying to work out what the hell they're going to do, and the copper that was getting helped out by the deputy, she gets kidnapped and by this Men in Black balaclava kind of dude, and she gets interrogated about what she doesn't know. She thinks her dad was an insurance salesman, he worked for the FBI, so there's a lot of shit that she doesn't know. She's also been to that weird place, so this is kind of just like a bit of an information dump and just a bit more of a pushing the story along. Not a lot actually happens in this. They're still travelling along in the truck. So she wants to work out, the chick that's with me wants to work out whether we should destroy the thing that's in the back of the truck. She tries to hit it with a hammer. That didn't work out well. The other interesting bit was, because you read the first issue, didn't you? They're saying, where we're going to go, well, we've got to deliver this thing, whatever it is, we've got to finish it because we can't get away from it. And she asked about the boy, and he's like, that's your son? And he's like, yeah, I've had a family for years. Like, Pretty sure a couple of issues ago you may have, but that's going to get interesting. So, and then she's like, "What about you? You need to speak to someone." He's like, "What am I going to tell him? I'm in a truck with a guy I don't know because of a crazy rock and the weird alien creature that we killed from a different dimension." He's like, "Yeah, good point."
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying the story. It's just something a little bit different from Lemire's usual differency. Yeah, differency.
He's about to go now.
They have some more twisted raspberry twisties, bro.
So this probably crashing after the sugar.
Fan voted.
And voted.
The
Whole one of them.
Yeah, that's what I think so.
Next up, the excellent Peacemaker tries hard,
Yeah.
issue 2.
Just continues on to more of the same.
Just,
greatness.
it's just so fun.
Way better than Batman. Dude, I'm way better than Batman. Okay, someone's gonna kick it.
First issue.
First issue.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So when you read it, do you like imagine John?
Oh, you hear
Yeah,
John
100%.
Cena.
Yeah, it is John Cena.
They've got his,
Like,
for lack of a better word, cadence sort of down.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's written like John Cena.
But yeah, he lives in the trailer. He's got the honey from the show. He's got the helmets that his dad made.
Bane voice helmet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's got a shrinkage helmet, which, like, it just shrinks.
Yeah.
The helmet just shrinks.
No, it shrinks you.
your dick and balls.
Shrinkage. It's a bit
I
cold.
was in the pool.
Middle of a fight, that happens, you can just get distracted.
Tennis. The tennis ray. Love it.
Yeah, so he's hanging out. Well, Monsieur Marla's with him, so they're gonna go get Deathstroke's DNA.
A fuck beam.
Fuck beam. And he's just non-stop talking to Mr. Marlowe. Marlowe's not. He doesn't. Speak
No
English.
response.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, maybe
Thumbs
here
up,
and there.
Yeah, listen to music. Turn the music up. Pretend to friends. And then they go into this bunker where they're supposed to be like henchmen and everything, but it's under renovations. They're putting in more traps and shit.
Yes.
Don't come right now. We're a bit busy.
Yes.
Oh.
And the team in there doing the Renos are like Union Star. One's on his lunch break. I got my half-hour break.
So they're
Is it
evil-
Demolition Team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from like freaking 80s Green Lantern. I had to
So
flick through. I'm
good.
like, oh, it's Demolition Team.
Yeah, so there's like villainous like construction workers.
Yeah.
But they're unionized.
And fucking Rosie, right? Is that her name?
I don't know.
Leader?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But yeah, it's book is great.
Yeah.
Show's coming back this year, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
I think because he got the top job, things got a bit
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
skewed.
this book is great.
Ah, so fun.
How many part 3?
I think it's 4-parter.
Okay.
4 or 5 maybe? I don't know.
Might be trying.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's so good. It's just fun.
If you like the show, just read his book.
But just the end. The end is gold. Gold.
Yeah.
The DNA is just a pube.
You got Slade Wilson's pubic hair.
Yeah, it's a pubic hair.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Honey. Honey is just bee poo.
Yeah, that was good.
It's got to be poo or pee. One of the two.
Fun fact: Demolition Team, their gadget's yellow because Green Lantern couldn't fight against it.
Yeah. Good old days. Next up, Fubby. Venom 20.
The cover looks better than his usual covers.
It does, actually. It's one of his better ones.
Well, I got the variant.
It's one of his better ones.
So Eddie comes back. There's a couple of cool scenes, like that first scene there where they're in some Meridius. These workers, I don't know where these workers have popped up from, working in Meridius's lab of some sort in the nothingness. They've been running all these tests on these bones, which were Eddie Brock's bones, and out of nowhere they pop back out. So the interesting. So can I just have that for 2 seconds?
Yes.
It's an interesting way they call it. So he's a human symbiote. So, and that's what he calls himself. So he's brought himself back
Why was he Bones?
because he got killed by Sun or Bedlam or Meridius or something. It was
Which are all just Brock's, like,
It's
from
all
the
just-
future and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's Kang.
Yeah.
yeah. It's not possible. Nothing. It's not nothing human could. He's like And so he's just talking. So like, switch off pain, regrow torn muscle, operate peak physical strength. So he is telling his body, which is now the symbiote, what to do. And he's like, "You surprise me. You'd be surprised what a human symbiote can do." And he's like, "Human symbiote." So
I can sort of get what they may be trying to do.
Yeah,
He's been worn
but
the
Paul-
symbiote for so long, it's probably seeped into his...
Yeah.
Yes, I
Stuff
totally
like
get it, and it's really freaking cool because he is walking around nude, and he's got like skin symbiote, and he's got the Spidey logo on his chest.
That is gross, though.
That is gross and cool, but the way that it's been explained, and the person that explained it, kind of expected a little bit better. Like, I know we're not talking Immortal Hulk here, but it's the person that did Immortal Hulk. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels a little bit. I don't know. So from there, wherever the fuck he was, he catches up with a kid that's going to do some spray painting, and instead he takes his bike and he's like, "Are you a Terminator?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, if that speeds things up." So he takes his bike and his clothes. "Oh, they spray cans. Can you do something for me?" And I thought that was a little bit shit. So then he goes and hangs out with the bikers are back, and then the bikers are taking over another town, and so it's essentially, this is the weird part, he's come back now because these bikers are taking over the town, but the bikers haven't taken over the town. Bedlam has, which is still Eddie Brock though, but Eddie Brock in the future. And you say that's a nice cover, it is, but have a look at the upcoming one with Toxin.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
your best Hitch.
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone want to look at that?
No, thank you.
At least Guthrie's doing the art these days, but yeah.
Why don't you just box it away?
That's what I do.
Read it, man. I want to read it. I want to know the stuff. I'm paying for the fucking shit. I've got to read it. Jesus. If I'm not going to read it, why buy it? What's the point? I'm collecting something I don't care about anymore.
Yeah, Jason, what's
it
the
all the time.
point? I don't do that. Ah!
No, never.
I can't.
Suckers.
I haven't got time. I haven't got space. Not time. Time, but I haven't got space. So yeah. But it's
The problem was I was keeping it because I'm like, eventually we're going to get... Because Carnage was so good, I was like, I'll wait till the crossover, the inevitable crossover of that, right? But now the Carnage has sort of dropped off because they've got a different crossover. And I'm not... might be time. But you know you chop it and then 2 months later they announce it. And you're like, I could have just waited. But, yeah. We'll see. What's another one for the box? Next up, Dylan. Astrobots issue 2. How was this?
This is really cool. This is really, really, really cool.
It looks so pretty.
Yeah, the art is exceptional, as with the first issue. So
It's the best non-Transformer Transformer.
it's a Transformers book. It really is.
sorry. Can we go back for a second?
We're talking about fists.
Yeah, man. Look at that hitch. Whatever that thing
Oh.
is.
It's a perspective.
It
Cough,
looks
cough.
like he's
I don't care.
pleasuring himself with that one.
Sure.
Sorry, keep it with you, Jake.
Okay.
It looks very pretty.
The art is amazing. The story is very in kind of Transformers vein.
Why am I looking at this?
On shelf now. Please buy it.
Has anyone been liking it?
Hey? And that's sold out.
They put it back in.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I gotta
has
put it
anyone
back.
been liking it?
No.
No. Not that I hear. From Benny.
We're hoping because there's potential.
Oh, the concept's cool. It's just a bit too muddy.
So does a blank page. Has potential.
Astrobots.
Comments from the Super Code.
It's a comic book about robots in space.
Like the Muppets.
Is it too boring faction to robots?
No.
Is it going to be?
Well, it looks like it. Okay, so we
Astro ones.
are on Atlas City, on this planet that has been terraformed and prepared for human colonization by the Astrobots. So the Astrobots are built by the humans to build their cities and stuff. And one of the robots called Atlas has kind of taken over the city, and he's a bit sus. He's got like this. He's built and designed like a class of robots to enforce kind of his authority, right? And that's not the plan. That wasn't the plan. So he's kind of taken over, and the humans are on their way in their kind of Wall-E fucking colony ship. And yeah, there's going to be a big rebellion. There aren't 2 factions yet, but it's going to happen.
Why did they give these robots that much
I don't
We
know.
do it now. Then.
I don't know.
We do it now.
And I don't
Not that much.
know.
But this is the future, so imagine how much we'll do then.
Yeah.
They didn't call it Skynet.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it seems like he... Yeah, I don't know.
They may not have. They may have just been self...
You heard the story about the simulated like drone, right?
I
Where
don't
it's
want
like,
to keep
okay,
bad nightmares.
they simulated like a mission, and the drone's like, oh crap, I'm not going to do this mission. So he ends up killing the operator and killing all like the communications, so but no one finds out that the operator's dead in the simulation. And they ask her, it's like, oh, because they saw the operator as a blocker for their mission or some crap like that. Lucky
And
it was a
people wanna keep going
simulation.
with that.
I know.
That's
people wanna
right.
Keep going.
That's right.
Lucky I'll be dead.
I was reading that,
Wrote
you
a good
know,
episode of South Park.
AI is like really like problematic in like unis and colleges now because it can write fucking papers for you.
Like if I was AI, I get awareness, I would be like, fuck humans. I would kill them off too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the whole Ultron thing. I spent 2 seconds on the internet and said,
Yeah.
humanity has to go. You still got Paramount, don't you?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, you need to watch an episode of South Park that's written by ChatGPT. It's fucking brilliant.
Oh, they did it?
Yeah, well, they did. It's partly written. So the whole episode concept was, just very quickly, Stan's girlfriend hated that the way he replied to text, and Bebe's going up with Clyde. Clyde had these awesome replies. All he was doing was pasting her text, pasting it into ChatGPT, asking for a reply, copying the reply, and posting it back in. That's what everyone starts doing. So then the kids start doing it for their work. Garrison starts doing it to mark the work. It's just fucking brilliant. And then Trey uses it to finish the episode. So at the end of the episode, it says episode written by Trey Parker and ChatGPT.
Nice.
Worth watching.
Wow.
Sad state of
Look at
affairs.
this.
Book
Here we
of
go.
the week.
Here we, hold on. First, just give it to Fami
Ah, yes.
and let Fami
Already
flick through it.
looked.
Are you look?
Oh, you saw it?
You fucking told me all that. How could I not look after
yes.
you tell me what
I don't remember.
comes to the door?
Okay, Dave can look.
Oh, Dave didn't see. Cool.
Here we go.
I hope he draws one in every issue. Just a different type.
Okay,
Wait for
Dave's going real
Yes.
slow here.
You can't do it.
He's a lawyer.
This is awesome.
Dinosaur lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's- yeah.
Intergalactic.
Yeah.
Intergalactic dinosaur lawyer who's
With a
Ton
monocle.
of paperwork.
And a
lo-
monocle and a top hat.
yeah, a lot of
And
paperwork.
the vest. The
Yes.
vest was that sold it for me personally. You can have
'Cause-
a monocle and a top hat, but the vest.
Because Billy had the audacity to fix a spacecraft using magic instead of science.
Yes.
And there's a lot of legal paperwork that they got to file there.
And then there's immigration.
Yes.
Yeah, you just throw him into space. You can't just throw him into space.
Space dinosaur bureaucracy.
Oh, it's amazing.
Who would have thought that'd be a great book?
Oh,
This book is great. It's
Yeah.
so fucking good.
It's what comic books.
it is, yeah.
It's Mark Waid.
Essentially, it's Mark.
Oh, man,
enough said.
He has his cycles, right, where
Yeah,
he's
100%
just puts out the best stuff going, and then he'll disappear or drift off for a couple of years,
Yeah,
and then
so
just
you-
back.
You can let him recharge.
Yeah.
Not do anything and just recharge
Yeah.
in batteries.
Mora's art's so good.
It's amazing.
Like when they're kids and then the transit. Yeah.
It's just fucking cool looking Psycho Pirate.
Yes.
Oh yeah, as excellent. I love Psycho Pirate.
And like,
So Psycho Pirate's gonna steal the Mona Lisa,
Yes.
which is on tour. So Billy tries to stop him, but he's way out of control, causing so much damage.
because it's following up from last issue where at the end he just blows up at the people he just saved.
Yeah.
So it's. I can't find my spinny.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mentions
It's not made of
yeah. So
physics.
the
somewhere.
gods and demigods that make up the Shazam.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's right. Yeah, they're a
Background thing.
bit they're a bit shitty that they don't get the credit that they
So is
think they
anything more
deserve.
happened with that yet?
Yeah. Continues on with that.
Spike. The Spike, bro.
When I clicked it.
Yes. Oh my god. Anyway, yes. Hubris.
Hubris.
Because yeah, it's like Shazam. Sorry, the captain.
Yes.
He's becoming a dick because he draws his powers from the Greek gods who were all dicks.
Yes.
Except from Hades. Hades is cool most of the time.
And it's also cool, like Freddy's annoyed that Mary got powers from like the female Greek gods. And Billy's god, he can't give his powers at the thing.
Yeah.
So and the other family members are like they can run around and play football and stuff. I should get something just for me, just because I feel like
I got no legs.
Yeah. Okay, but
Oh, it would have been the hardest for him
Yes.
for sure.
and then he stumbles upon a meeting of the gods who are having like a bet between them.
Yes.
To see who becomes the main avatar for the captain. It's a good book, great book, fantastic book of the week.
Unfortunately, though, because of Night Terrors,
Oh yeah.
there'll be 2 months with no new issues because it's just going to be the two-parter Night Terrors Shazam kind of thing, which is also written by Wade, so that's all right.
So yeah, the second epilogue in the book had to, like sort of leads into that.
Yeah.
Marvel one.
Yeah. So
Because it's still waiting to allow it. Be like, man, 2 issues in, you don't.
yeah.
You got to at least give it an arc before you're going to have stuff like that happen. I feel.
And not more on art either.
Yeah.
Who's doing the art for Robin?
I'm not sure.
Mark Wade though.
Yeah. And I think it's Mary centric.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
I don't think I read that bit.
Cool.
Oh, really?
It's basically she's just like, I'm just gonna play some video games, and then she falls asleep.
Done that before.
And then continued in Night Terrors.
Cool.
Fair enough. That's all the comics on the pile. Dylan, you read anything else?
I can't remember what I read, but I read heaps of books. I think I was like 3 issues behind on Ambassadors, so I read 3 issues of Ambassadors. Yeah, fuck, I can't even remember what I read.
Meetings happen on the pod. Come on,
That's it.
just one.
Nothing for me.
I read Superior by Mark Miller and
I know you.
Sentinel, yeah. Like, because what?
Nothing?
Because it's a friggin' big game. And like a fucking crossover everything. I read a couple of things. So I read Wanted. Before that, Wanted is fantastic.
Yes.
This is way better than Wanted.
Yes.
This book is
Well, it's a higher class writing.
Definitely.
This is very.
And what Wanted was
Very
trying to be what it was trying to be, right?
And for its time too.
Yeah.
This was
And
like,
considering like everything else he was doing
after.
was very edgelord.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not edgelord. It's like wholesome.
When I lined them up,
For Mark
it's
Miller,
50-50. I reckon half are wholesome
You
and half
really-
are.
I remember a few months ago talking about Mark Miller, and you really had some vehement things to say about him in regards, and it seems the tide is turning, which is great to see. Because
Because all I'd really seen was like all edgelordy stuff.
Yeah, like his biggest stuff is that kind of
there's
stuff.
definitely some other
Yeah.
sides to him, and
I need to read that
that's
Superior.
definitely.
I know he's a good writer. I read like his DC stuff is good, but it's like
Starlight's not.
Starlight's fantastic. It's my favourite, personally.
I like it.
because I'm pretty sure I bought Chrononauts, but I never. read
Chrononauts is
it.
fun.
But no, Superior is fantastic.
Yeah, no, I've been sold on Miller since Wanted back in the day, and his early shit, even fucking Enemy of the State Wolverine.
Oh, you wrote
Yeah,
that?
that's fantastic.
Oh my god, it's him and Remitter.
Man, what a great.
I've got the 2
series.
hardcovers if you can. It's amazing.
I'll read Ronin first.
Yeah, no, I keep offering you things. That's why I keep offering, so you read Ronin. Yeah, so that's good to hear, is what I'm saying. It's great that you.
I'm not going to read all of them.
No.
No.
I don't think you need to, but
You probably will need
definitely.
to once you finish.
Magic Order
Read the
Magic
first.
Order definitely.
is fucking awesome.
I'm going to
You
read
should
Huck.
match
I'm going to
words,
read
that's so many of
MPH.
Yeah.
I've only read the
You
first
like
one.
Huck.
Yeah, Huck and MPH I'm going to read. I've got Chrononauts at home.
But Starlight next.
And Starlight will be the one I buy when I've read the others. Because, what do we got? We've got another couple of weeks, don't we?
July
Yeah.
Yeah.
19th.
Yeah, first week of July, I think.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'll get that fucked up.
Backup one.
That's the only other thing I read.
Fair enough.
I finished Stillwater, so I read the 3rd trade to Stillwater. So Stillwater was Zdarsky's story about a town where no one would age, no one could die. So it was very interesting in the ways of the way they ruled the town and the way they had to punish people. Like you couldn't just put them in jail and just sit there because they just sit there. So they would bury them in the main park in the middle of the town, and like for 30 days we were trying to escape and do different things. So the second book, a new bunch of people try and take over, and things start to go to shit. Then in the 3rd book, they try to expand the town. They figure out a way that they might be able to do it by expanding the town to keep people and other people alive, and that kind of doesn't go the way they planned. And the way it finishes is quite interesting. It was a good little, 18 issues. It's all done. There was also a one-shot as well, which was quite interesting, which was them sitting around this tree that got hit by lightning, so it was always perpetually on fire. and they thought they might put it out because people from other town might always see the smoke, but that never happened. So they just go there and sit around the fire just to hang out. And they were telling stories about people that had got away and who they knew, and then the other guys were coming going, oh yeah, you thought they got away. And then out of nowhere, he gets a stick and puts the stick into the burning like husk of the tree and just gets a skull out. So that's someone that they found and they threw in the fire. So if they leave that skull out and just leave it there, that person will grow back to life.
Oh shit!
And they said, yeah, I think he's had enough torment, and put him back out in the ground. So man, there's
That's
some
messed up
dark
shit.
themes, a lot of different god stuff and some extra stuff.
That makes so much sense because you can't heal if the flames
are
still
always
going.
perpetually
Yeah.
burning. Phenomenal. So really cool book. Had some really crazy moments in it. I think the best part is not really giving anything away for the whole series, but as it's going along in the story, you're finding out more and more about the people and how it all went down. But then you find out about the kids, and the kids are the creepiest because they still just look like kids, but this kid's 46 years old. So no one takes him really serious. No one really keeps an eye on the kids because they just look up and muck around. And then, the kids really, let's just say, take charge. It's, really interesting. So highly recommend. There's 3 trades of it. So, definitely pick it up, guys.
All right, that's comics.
That's comics.
Is that something read on
Nah.
your phones we're worried about, or good?
That's good. That's telling us that it's recording.
Cool.
It's pretty big though.
Yeah, I didn't notice it before.
Cool. Alrighty. We got a comic book announcement from Marvel. Predator versus Wolverine.
Yeah.
We got word on creative team yet?
I think it's maybe multiples. I think maybe each issue might be. I think maybe anthology-ish.
But
style.
like the first one?
It was announced. I can't
See if I
remember
can
who it was.
That sort of maybe tells me like it's in different eras.
Yeah, I think that's the deal.
That's possible.
Because I think it's like I think the write-up says something about obviously the wilderness of Canada, Weapon X thing, but Madripoor and whatever. So that's why I think first issue Wolverine just stumbles across the Predator in the fucking Rockies.
Messes him up.
Yeah, and then Predators keep coming back for him.
Oh, I reckon it might even be earlier than that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so 4-issue miniseries. The whole series is written by Benjamin Percy.
Yep.
Makes sense.
You've got Greg Land, Ken Lashley, Kei Zama, Andrea DeVito doing the art. And it's a rivalry between Wolverine and a Predator who's been stalking him since his earliest days. So I guess it's
same
going to be
one?
the same one coming back.
So I don't know if I like that.
Yeah,
That's a bit weird.
Wolverine would kill it.
yeah, exactly. And
Or-
what it's
or
gonna
vice versa, right? Like
it's gonna run away and not
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a warrior culture thing.
yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Unless Wolverine runs away.
Because it's just like if he was Weapon X style and
yes.
it's all messed up and it looks
Oh
interesting.
yeah, he
It's-
thinks that the thing's dead and
straight away we all think we know that Wolvie's going to win, but give me the storyline, give me a good writer. Percy's a good Wolvie writer. I'm in. I think it'd be interesting if it becomes canon because Predator is in.
if it's Percy, it's canon for sure.
Yeah.
Because he writes the Wolvie book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It could be like a friendly rivalry thing. Like they have a fight, whoever wins, they just move back and meet back in like another how many years and try again.
Sharpen your skills, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like a sparring match
Yeah.
for the Predator, right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, and there you go. Like so far, there's a couple already good options of whatever it could be. So I'm definitely in. I think it's going to be pretty.
But just that image of Weapon X
shit, yeah.
fighting the Predator
Pretty cool.
in the snow.
You're like,
So
you're like, why did anyone else? I don't know why no one else did it before, but fuck, what a great idea.
we were talking though, like so interesting that they've had the licenses for a couple of years now, and the Predator one obviously got delayed because of some issues. But we haven't had any Aliens
Yeah.
crossover yet. But
Yeah.
the Predator they've gone straight into.
I think Predator's
makes more
probably
sense.
easier to pull off.
Yeah,
as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Because what do you do with aliens?
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
because they've already got they've got the Brood.
Yeah.
So like
The Brood were just aliens.
my concept to Dylan was either like Cap or Howling Commandos, like they're in a sort of a town that's locked off in like the 40s, and you're getting
like-
sanctuary in a church, and there's because you need fodder.
Yeah.
People have got to get infected.
It's like a 30 Days a Night / thing style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you gotta.
Or you do full out of continuity deceased style
Yes.
where you can
Yes.
kill people
100%.
and you can turn them into xenomorphs and you have a xenomorph come out of fucking Wolverine and it's
Yeah.
got claws.
A thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xena. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Like
just a
Zombies
fun
together.
bullshit.
Yeah, yes.
100%.
Yeah.
I love that. But interesting.
Yes. Okay. We also finally got a proper trailer for new Superman animated series, My Adventures with Superman. I'm very excited. Very excited for this. Has it been like since the 90s?
Yes.
Like for a Superman
Yes.
show? Yes, for
Very
me.
different Superman show though from the '90s version to what we've seen in this cartoon trailer so far.
Just the art style, basically.
What tonal as well? You reckon it's similar?
No, it's not that. I was expecting.
It seems very kiddie.
I was expecting more Kitty.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, based on the title.
Compared to the one that we had in the '90s, where he's real big chin and bulk chested.
Yeah.
That wasn't that kiddie.
Well, it wasn't adult either.
I don't know.
There's
Did-
more kids than adults.
Okay.
Yeah. This is just more fun.
Yeah.
Like the 90s one wasn't. It was.
Yeah, it's a bit more serious.
Yeah, more
That's
serious.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Okay.
It was a time where they were trying to make him cool,
Yeah.
like as a character, so they downplayed the gee whiz kind of aspect.
Because this, I think, looks like they've got a nice balance of
Yeah.
traditional classics, but obviously very modern
Yes.
for the modern kids.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
some of the other stuff going on. You know, it's going to be today's audience
Yeah.
in mind, as it should be.
Yeah,
They're going to sell it, don't they? And that's who they're selling it to.
yeah. Because I would rather Clark be goofy, because that's
Yeah, yeah.
kind of Clark, right? Like he wasn't really goofy in the 90s.
You need to
Yeah.
a contrast between Superman and Clark Kent.
Yeah.
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 You
They
need
gotta
that
be-
little bumbling PC.
Besides a pair of glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
You got like half a second of Silver Banshee in the trailer, and she's got this like robot mech kind of helmet thing. Did you see her?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks really cool.
I'll watch it.
Looking forward to it.
She's going to hit up Jimmy Olsen in this as well.
Hope so.
but I'm in love.
Okay. We got a gameplay trailer for Mortal Kombat 1. Looking
Looks good.
very brutal.
Yeah, just it's Mortal Kombat.
My only problem is like, you know how they have these cameo characters.
Yeah. Not biggest fan of that.
You'd want to play them like as a main character. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're
Sure
gonna
they'd
be
be.
like,
No, they've said most of them are not going to be playable.
yeah.
So
That
they can assist you in combat. When you do like a grab, they're involved in the grab.
Yeah, and
animation.
and stuff. I saw like Ed Boon talking about it.
Oh,
like,
sure.
on thing. They've got like a little meter that you can do, and it's like a one button press thing. It's not a full
Yeah.
full-blown combo.
So who are these? Give us a couple of characters that will
Like-
assist, but
Well,
not
I've only
in the game.
seen
Sonya.
and
Still
Kano.
MK characters.
Yeah. but
Yeah,
that's weird.
Sonya
You still
Kano.
want to play Sonya?
That's
as-
what I mean.
Yeah. Sub
It'll
Zero.
be Cassie. Cassie will be in the game instead of Sonya.
Oh, but this is a reboot. It's starting from the beginning. So
Maybe
Because-
she didn't go to the Mortal Kombat tournament.
because it's the tournament, and the story is basically the first tournament, except instead of Raiden bringing everyone together, it's Liu Kang because he's a
Yeah,
god, and Raiden is a monk at the Shaolin Temple.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
interesting. So yeah, then maybe they didn't. weren't involved
Boring is the
in-
word
I
you're
was
looking
gonna say, you and I
for?
have very different
Yeah.
meanings of interesting when it comes to that one.
Interesting as in weird, I suppose.
Like, not make Raiden central character for once. Like, Liu Kang's been the main character for a while.
Well, he'd been a bad guy for fucking
See,
ages.
but like, I think if you're gonna kill him off in the last one or whatever, and then in this one you got people in it that aren't even in it anyway, why didn't you just retire Raiden for this game? I think that would be a better option than let's just turn him to a dude. If you're not gonna give me Kano anyway and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
I could have handled no Raiden as well.
And all the cameo fighters are based on their like early appearances in the series. So, if you choose Sub Zero, it's like Mortal Kombat 1
Yep.
version of Sub Zero. Same with Kano and Sonya. Yeah, and we got a look at some fatalities, and you can use the cameo fighters have their fatalities as well. So if you have old school Sub Zero, and you can do his little button press thing, he will do one of his old school.
No, but I've seen like main character Sub Zero do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's very pretty.
I'll throw
Very.
another video game thing in that I don't think we did speak about. Ninja Turtles DLC.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring that on. Usagi.
That looks so
So damn cool.
I saw-
Is that
Yeah.
for Shredder's Revenge?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a dimension twist or something.
Yeah,
what was it?
Dimension something, yeah.
And yeah, you get your new playable character.
Nice.
So a bunch of new levels and stuff, I imagine, as well.
Also, some alternate colors for the characters.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
So you've got like 2003 kind of palette where Mikey's a bit like dark
darker.
green.
Yeah.
Full
Or just
bandana style head coverings.
Yeah.
And you've got
or just full orange.
Yeah,
just
full-
change colours of
or
the
like-
turtles themselves and stuff as well.
arcade kind of 8-bit look.
yeah.
Really cool.
So yeah, that'll come out soon. It was pretty damn cool. Which now I've got the projector going. I may have to purchase that on the Switch so I can play it on the wall as opposed to the shitty TV.
Good sales on at the moment for games as well.
Yeah.
In the financial year.
Yeah, good call.
Okay, I think it's time for my film flashback.
What could have been? Yabba dabba doo.
I chose The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Stuff that what could have been the one. Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't realize until afterwards. Like, fuck.
So,
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Uh,
Let's start with that.
because I didn't remember how
no,
bad.
no.
Oh, the movie!
Why did this get made?
Because
Money.
my
Money.
franchise, they want to.
The fingers.
Yeah!
The fingers need the money.
What's the return?
Ah, that.
Probably didn't do well, but it had like the name and it was a big franchise.
And they clearly spent less though, because
You reckon?
yes.
Because it's weird.
No
because
Rachel
it's-
Weisz already?
It's not like it's just one main character and everyone knew. It's everyone and just one dropping out, and then not even the main character. Like one of the ensemble, like the main ensemble, but it's not like it's not Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Was it Rachel Weisz in
Yeah.
the
Yes.
first
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Two.
First two.
First two.
Yeah.
And it's not her in this.
It's Maria Bello.
And actually, it might have even not have been a choice. Maybe she was
It may not have been. Definitely
locked
money
up somewhere
making.
else. Or she just read the script and gone, this is shit.
Well, that too.
No thanks.
Yeah, that's it.
Doing it, Dave?
No, you said locked up. And it's like, oh, is she in
No,
jail?
before
She
that.
might have been knocked up.
Oh, Dragon or Hydra?
Dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Title says
Oh,
dragon.
because it had.
3 years.
Three heads.
The
So
three
it's like,
heads.
Well, Hydra's a dragon.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
It's technically Hydra's a serpent. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a serpent
I
dragon.
don't know. I know Hydras have like multiple.
What was that?
What?
Yeah.
It's a dragon.
I'm just thinking if classically Hydras have wings.
I don't
I guess most. I don't know. Do they? Whatever.
Another classical Greek Hydra. does
Yeah.
it a bit.
Yeah.
Did I miss at
movie,
the
bro.
start a time period between? I obviously time had passed. We'll get into how much time we think had passed. But was there anything at the start that I did miss that saying like 20 years, 30 years, so forth?
Oh, because they were like
Time between
retired and
movies
stuff.
was 6 years.
Because they were retired and stuff.
Well, they're retired, but a 40-year-old Brendan Fraser had a 30-year-old son.
I don't think he's supposed to be 30.
No,
He's
I
not
know
playing
he's not
30.
supposed to be, but he freaking looked it and acted it.
They Ralph Macchio.
That's the least of the problem with the kid. Why does he have an American accent?
In The Mummy Returns, he's a little boy. He's got a British fucking accent.
They established they are clearly living in England.
Yes.
Why wouldn't he have a British accent? Except for, gotta be American. Yeah.
He's the main guy. He's a cool guy. He can't be
Hey,
British.
clearly the idea would have been maybe to spin him off.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He was never strong
Nah.
enough to do anything. Better off spinning the young Asian girl off. If anything, she was a much better actor across the board. And she was very attractive too. But yeah, so yeah, we had a 40-year-old Brendan Fraser with a 30-year-old son in that.
With an Australian son.
Yeah.
Because you heard the Australian
Oh.
something a few times.
Because early on I'm like, is he Australian? And then near the end, in the snow, I can't remember. He said something. I was like, oh, for sure.
He said, "Fuck that."
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no.
But then I looked it up. The first thing I read is like
Canadian.
Canadian born. I'm like, what? Look to the bottom of his credits. Home and Away, What a Rat, Fuck McLeod's Daughter. Ah, yeah, Canadian my ass.
Yeah.
Water Rats, Home and Away, and Clouds.
Yes, yeah. And something else in there as
missing
well
a
from
couple
that
of
era.
actors.
Yeah.
Chances.
Sure, there was a hospital show in there.
So, man, Rachel Weisz's brother
Yes.
really knows his role, doesn't he? Just be a dumb shit, spout a bunch of
Was
dumb
that the
shit
one with the
lines.
yak?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he was
He
he
reminds me of James Gunn's brother.
he played a scientist in The Last of Us.
Oh,
You know,
dear.
the
How did that
TV
go down?
the TV intro bit where he's explaining
Yes.
the fungus. Yeah, that was him.
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, he's like a proper serious actor.
Well, in this though, I mean, he
Yes.
knows his role, and he knows his.
Because I think he was. I remember reading something. I don't think he was happy with the. Like, I was surprised that he got the role because I don't do this sort of shit,
Yeah.
and that's why you got it, I guess. Okay. The biggest problem is I didn't think the movie was terrible in like most senses, but it was just so boring, so boring.
Long.
Nothing
drag.
happens. Nothing happens.
I look through, like, and it's like, oh, there's 40 minutes. Oh, damn it. Okay, they are going to, like, put the gem on the thing. You'll find out where it is and it'll end there because it's, like, predictable.
Well, you gotta.
No, but they could have stopped it at that temple there. Like, there's a couple, like, I would have done this differently.
You just reminded me of my favourite bit. That last scene when he's got the gem and then they decide to finish it with just a fucking script across the thing. There was zombies in Peru.
Oh, yeah.
Mummies in Peru. What? That is weak as piss.
Also, I would like to mention Jet Li when he got cursed to the terracotta.
Oh.
Fucking, he was like this, right? Like dramatic
He's
death
got a Khan pose,
Yeah,
right?
and then you see him in the tomb on the chariot holding the reins.
No, but he was encased in that thing. He wasn't doing that. He was encased in that thing.
Oh, and the terracotta, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you first
Oh, he
become
wasn't
alive...
the-
Oh yeah. He was that was a decoy. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. But even the real one's still not doing.
No, what they did...
Yeah.
The pose.
Because like supposedly his hands were in the head of that thing. And like, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
I'm
like,
guessing, I'm guessing they just swept it up and then just put it inside the mold. You know, that's what's happened. That's my interpretation.
Because all right, yeah, we don't know that's a decoy at first as a viewer when you see that. Because you straight away you're like, you just showed me 10 minutes ago this,
Yeah.
and now it's this. What the fuck is that?
And then you show us like this
Yeah.
because he's inside the
Yeah,
thing.
and you're like, none of this
Yeah.
works.
He could have been in the body part when he got animated.
Don't make excuses for them. Because also, why have they been entombed? Like, in a good way. They're the bad guys. They're people
Why were they all put
they're
away
underfoot,
nicely? Why were
right?
they under the wall?
Yeah, right. Like, the people have come
Because Michelle Yeoh.
that the people, you know, after they're gone, right? They've taken out the bad guy and all his army. Why ain't you coming over and fucking knocking those terracotta warriors over?
fucking dominate
Done.
them.
'Cause
Yeah.
Not. Oh, we're gonna put him lined up in formation in a tomb to celebrate him.
Yeah, tombs are places for like honored people,
Yes.
But
right?
let's make sure all these tombs have a ramp.
Yeah.
That
That's
can
right.
get dragged back
A
down.
fucking Attack of the Clones fucking ramp,
Yes.
so they can like clone trooper up.
Oh, garbage.
It was so bad.
But my personal favorite movie was two things I liked about the movie. The chick's line about I'm a totally different person.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, bravo, bravo.
First line, beautiful.
Yes, I know what I'm in for here. And then all of a sudden, fucking snowman rock up. And you're like, why is there fucking abominable snowman all of a sudden?
That woke me back up.
Steph looked over at me and she's like, "Yeah, this is too much for me. I can do the ancient curses. I could do the flesh-eating
And
beetles.
you got a bottomless snowman.
Yeah, no.
Nepalese Yetis, yo.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. Was it Nepalese?
I don't know,
Or whatever
some
it
of
was.
those.
Something like that.
Tibetan Yetis. And I'm like,
What annoys me
what?
is like...
And I like the siege. Oh, shit.
Or just actually calls them too, you know, like, Yeti.
And then there were the protectors as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and let's survive an avalanche.
Oh.
Fuck.
So they go to Shangri-La. There's like one rickety bridge that goes across.
Not that rickety.
I know, but
Not
they
that
get
rickety.
they get there
I expected
first.
shit to happen there.
They get there first, and it's like no one thought about to like
Cut the
maybe
bridge.
to cut the bridge or rig it up. So when they're all on there, like
Yeah.
If that's your only plot point issue, then
oh no, there's more.
I was going to say. So favourite lines definitely have to be when he screamed "Saint Mummy" twice, and then when the mummy comes out there and Brendan Fraser, "Here we go again."
Laugh track. Where's the laugh track?
I don't like Brendan Fraser in general. I find him annoying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got a fucking head that I want to punch. Right? He does,
I
man.
don't mind him, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I like
Nah,
him.
I think he's
like him.
shit. I don't think he's good in anything. And
He knows his role.
like, I never really liked the first Mummy when it came out. It was fine, but I always just thought it was, geez, it's just
Over the top
B grade
action shit,
indie.
yeah.
You're like, you don't have the indiness. And part of it is like, I could never cop him as an action hero because I'm like, he's fucking Encino Man. Come on, please.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. It's like bedazzled.
Yes.
Like, that's...
Yeah, you goof shit. And
Yeah.
this one starts straight away with the fly fishing and he hooks himself and there's groans by Jason already. He's like, I fucking hate you, fucking Encino Man. Yeah, right? Like, that was just...
Well, when the butler goes, "Oh, do you have a hook in your neck?" And then like he comes into the room and it's like, it's gone. It's not there anymore.
No, nothing. No, no, bare, mate.
Why
Yeah,
did
but
you
you
look
see-
at him when he served the fish? Like,
Oh yeah, that was weird.
it's like,
Because he knew there'd be a bullet in there.
Oh, yeah.
Why he didn't do his job and take it out? Instead of trying to choke the hottie.
She did a good Rachel Weisz accent.
I don't know.
Yeah. She tried her best.
The only thing that keeps you smiling when you see Maria Bello is watching History of Violence. If you haven't seen that, there's your tip for the
That's a
day.
great movie.
Go and watch History of Violence.
One of the best comic book movies of all time.
Definitely.
Jet Li was cool when he was on screen. Or
Yeah.
like,
Oh, for those 3 seconds.
10
Yeah.
minutes?
when you see Michelle Yeoh and Jet Li get ready to have a fight, you're like, oh yeah, awesome.
Finally.
And then the fight was not that good.
Like, lots of long shots,
Yeah.
lots of close-up shots.
Yeah.
I just want to see them.
Yeah,
And,
it was.
and in slow-mo shots.
Yeah,
Like, you got Michelle and Jet Li and you have a proper
And-
martial arts fight.
and they're sword fighting for most of it.
Yeah.
And it was clearly difficult for him to move in that armor too.
When that Hydra came out, that CGI was...
Oh.
Yeah,
I love how the reveal, like, you know, the big shot reveal that it's Jet Li under the thing is a fake CG version of Jet Li's
Yes.
face turning into a Hydra. Great.
Those years where they were getting, for the time they were getting good, but they weren't actually good. You know? It's not like the old, you know,
They
like
were
the
good
things
if
that
you
were,
spent the money.
the things with the proper leaps like Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park held up, still hold up, right? But those years where they were just, I don't know, they sort of half taken a leap, but not a big full steep.
208, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
But yes.
With the
It was
ratings.
just-
4.5.
yeah.
4.
Yeah. I go 4.
Four
I
and a
can't
half
keep it
because
half.
I remember there being at least 3 or 4 times I went, that was pretty cool.
I'll give it a 5.
The little car chase bit was alright.
There's a couple of moments.
Yeah,
There just wasn't enough action set
No.
pieces.
I think I'll go 3.
I'll go 5.
Should have chosen Super Mario Brothers.
Flintstones, man, would have been perfect.
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, either way.
Like, the whole movie was the beginning bit in China.
Yeah.
Like, back in the past. I mean, great.
That was okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They said
And all those bits were good.
Yeah.
And then...
the movie continued.
All the bits with Brendan Fraser were shit.
So
I
is this
think
the
I
very
was gathering.
last Mummy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, until
And
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
And they rebooted with Tom Cruise.
Oh, that was shocking.
Or they attempted.
Oh, you've seen that, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Most of it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was. Russell Crowe was Dr. Jekyll.
Oh.
They tried to-
Yeah, see, that was pretty good casting.
Um,
Rusty, depends how many you get. You get a few schooners in and he throws a phone at you.
that's right.
Nice bloke, and then all of a sudden you're getting pegged with a...
Okay.
And the worst part is
Don't diss his band.
he becomes Mr. Hyde in the movie too. When he's Mr. Hyde, he's got a Cockney accent.
Oh, okay. At
Yeah. And when he's just Dr. Jekyll, he's a British accent.
least it's British, not American.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Alright. So that is...
That's a Rotten Tomatoes.
Finally, Dave's round's over.
Woo!
Torture.
We made it. We made it.
Another
Can we try and put a thing... With,
Another looker in the
watch
bunch.
some good movies for the rest of the year, guys?
Oh no. Oh no. What have you
It's
got?
hard when they're movies you haven't seen, you don't know.
Yeah, I know.
What have you got?
Alright, speaking of, to get a palate cleanser from this dog shit.
Pointing
I
at
was going to pick
Dave.
something else, but I'll save that for maybe a later time.
That's a good call.
Because there'll be some shit movies in there.
Yeah.
Pick it.
Yeah.
Don't
No. Thank you.
pussy out. Pick it.
So I'm going to pick movies where aliens, not the franchise, aliens, UFOs, ETs,
Yep.
visitors. Any movie, open.
Little green men. Little grey men.
Little yellow men,
Whatever, take your pick.
fucking whatever. If
All
you haven't
right.
seen it, you've seen it,
Right,
whatever.
they're doing.
Just pick some sort of alien movie.
You said whatever.
No, you
Yeah.
can't. You can't pick whatever.
Yes, I can.
No. You can't pick whatever. If you pick Mr. Bean, you're getting kicked in the head, Dave.
I've got no problems with Bane.
I do.
Bring it on.
I'm not watching that. Alien,
But
Dave.
the
Yeah, that's-
Alien is a TV show. He's already like the movie that doesn't happen. So
No, but it's established that
No,
he
it's not.
is.
It's not canon, Dave. Don't pick that.
What, like so many years of television's not canon?
There's nothing canon in Mr. Bean. Anyway, I'm picking
blue car, the 3-wheel car.
Hmm.
That's kind of
a movie that I haven't seen, but I've been wanting to watch for a while. It's called Psycho Gorman. It's about a brother and sister who find a imprisoned alien dictator and make friends.
okay.
What
You'll
what
probably like
genre?
this movie,
What
actually.
genre is this?
I
genre?
would say it's
Because I don't
comedy
like
horror.
film.
Yeah,
Okay, comedy horror.
100%.
Okay. What's it? How old is it?
It's a few years old. I think.
I'm a bit scared, but okay.
Oh, it's comedy. Don't be scared.
Yeah, my favorite genre of movies, comedy.
It's comedy loosely.
Oh,
No,
okay.
but clearly just that.
black
Like
comedy.
satire, sort
You
of.
know, like
No,
dark
no.
comedy.
Just not taking itself too seriously.
Yeah, it's not taking itself.
is what I would
seriously.
imagine just by
Yeah.
that.
It's very effects heavy, like practical effects.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it's like, it seems like, because from what I've seen of it, it's like a throwback to 80s alien sort of creature movies.
cool.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's on Shudder. I don't know if it's on
I'll
anything else.
find
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
you
us.
have to write it down for me because
sure.
I forgot what it's called already.
Okay, thank you for joining
Wait,
us.
before we go,
Ah,
just in case, depends if we get this up on time or if you watch it Monday. We have tickets to win to Supernova. Check our socials.
Win Supernova.
It ends Monday, 5:30, so you
Win
might
the
miss out. Too
convention.
bad.
win all of Supernova.
With all of it.
Name all the people on the back of that flyer.
No.
It's a quiz. The whole time it's been a quiz.
So yes, thanks to Supernova for some free tickets. Win them on our social medias. Comment if you get this in time. No promises.
Maybe put some names there next time
Yes.
so I know who's going.
And Spider-Man. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to people.
He's the only one that's seen it.
Nah. I'll just.
Don't believe the hype.
I'll watch it. And
I can't wait to rant about it
We'll
properly.
come back to you.
We'll rant.
We might
Maybe
get to
next
it
week.
Also, next week.
Fucking canon event. That's all I need to say.
What? Anyway,
You'll-
thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back next week.
Leave a comment.
Fuck Spider-Man.
Yeah, go home and fuck Spider-Man.
Does Gwen count?